Are you trying to reduce your weight? Some of you might have put some extra kilos and now you have no idea or you are struggling how to get rid of those extra kilos from your body. Welcome to episode number 10 of my weight loss journey. In this video today, I'll be sharing the meal plan for day number 9, which is basically day 2, week 2. If you have not watched previous episodes, I would highly recommend you to please watch those episodes, specifically episode number 1, in which I've shared the list of grocery, some measurements you should be taking, and some important essential equipment that you should have. So please watch episode number 1. So let's start this video today. So if you look at the meal plan for today, we are going to start our day with fruit smoothie, and then we are going to have snack number 1, which would be plums, and then we are going to have clear vegetable soup for our lunch, and then we will be eating some grapes for snack number 2, and then for dinner we are going to have mutton curry. And then obviously at the end of the day, you will going to have green tea. So let's start preparing for our breakfast. There are 3 important things before I mention the plan for breakfast. Please make sure that we are going to have 8 glasses of water. We need to sleep at least 7 to 8 hours, and obviously the last thing, and that is very important, and that are your meal timings. We should not be eating anything heavy after 6 to 6:30 p.m. Generally in subcontinent we take our dinner very late, but if you want to reduce your weight, please make sure that we are not eating a heavy meal after 6 or 6:30 p.m. The only thing we'll be consuming late, that will be green tea, that will be between 8 to 9 p.m. So let's start preparing for our breakfast. Please make sure that before you start preparing for breakfast, please have 2 glasses of water 20 minutes prior to your breakfast. And if you see now what I've taken, I have taken small amount of fruits. The quantities mentioned in the description. I have taken some dates, some kiwi, some pear, the persimmon fruit, and now I'm going to have 1 tablespoon of sunflower seeds, 1 tablespoon of sesame seed, and 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seed. And I have also taken some chia seeds which were soaked overnight. And now I'm going to add some amount of milk, roughly you can say 250 milliliters of milk, and then I'm going to blend all these ingredients together and our fruit smoothie is ready. If you look at the number of calories, it has got 475 calories. Now we move to the next part of the day, next meal of the day, and that is basically snack number 1. I will be drinking 1 glass of water before I have the plums, and then I'll be taking roughly 100 grams of plums. Again, you need to make sure that we are not eating too much. We need to be calorie deficit when we are losing our weight. So I've taken 2 plums and they are basically approximately 100 grams. And if you look at the number of calories, there are 46 calories. And now we move on to the lunch, which we should be taking between 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And for our lunch, we're going to have clear vegetable soup. So if you see what I've taken, I have taken few vegetables. It's totally up to you what vegetables you want to choose. The list of vegetables that I've chosen are mentioned in the description. You can see I've taken some carrots, green onions, for example, or cauliflower, for example. It's totally up to you, your choice. And then you can see I've taken 1 tablespoons of olive oil, and then I have added some spices. There is ginger and garlic paste and other spices, as for example salt. You can see in the description as well. Then you're going to add approximately 2 liters of water, and then you just need to cook it for, let's say, 20 to 30 minutes. And then obviously you can squeeze in some lemon as well, and then you can add some more seasoning if you would like. If you look at the number of calories for this particular meal, there are 240 calories. Please make sure that when you have your lunch, you should be drinking 2 glasses of water prior to your lunch. You can take as many bowls of soup as you would like, because the number of calories are very less in the soup. And now then we move to snack number 2. We are going to have grapes for our snack number 2. But before you having grapes, please make sure that you are taking 1 glass of water. And if you look at the number of calories, there are roughly 67 calories, and I've taken approximately 100 grams of grapes. And now we move on to the next part of our meal, and that is basically the mutton curry with salad. So if you see what I've taken is I have taken approximately 200 grams of tomatoes, and then I will be taking 1 tablespoon of ginger and garlic paste, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Oil is very important in terms of weight loss and number of calories, because if we put too much of oil in, you might have seen many recipes where they put 250 ml or 300 ml of oil. That will cause too many calories, and obviously it will not help you in terms of your weight loss. I have taken only 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and now you're going to cook your tomatoes. You're just going to stir it as well and then cook it for some time. And now I'm going to add some sort of seasoning, spices as per your choice. I've taken these spices, they are mentioned in the description as well. And now I've taken boiled mutton as well. If you want to, take raw mutton, you can put inside it, and then you can add loads of water and then cook it, or you can use pressure cooker, for example. But I've taken boiled mutton already, and then you can just cook it for some time. And then I'm going to prepare some salad with it. I have taken some beans and some vegetables like carrots, cucumber, for example, onions. You can add whatever vegetable you would like. And then I've taken some spices inside it. The list of spices is mentioned in the description. And then you can chop all of those salads and then mix it together. If you would like to add some yogurt, you can add 100 grams of yogurt as well. Now, the portion size is very important. If you see over here, the plate, half of my plate or 1/4 of the plate is basically mutton curry, and then rest of it, half plate, is basically salad. And this is what we aim for. It is going to provide us loads of fiber as well, and also it will not keep our stomach empty. If you eat too much mutton, for example, then you are going to increase your calories. Even this meal has contained 787 calories. So if you want to reduce your weight quickly, for example, then basically you need to reduce more calories so you can decrease the portion size. Totally up to you, but you should not be eating more than what I have mentioned here. Otherwise, you will be balancing your calorie intake and you will not be losing any weight. And if you are increasing the portion size, then it means that you're going to have more calories intake, and then you might basically start gaining your weight. So it is all about calories. It is scientific, how many calories you are taking in and how many calories you are burning out. If there is a difference, if you are taking in less calories and burning out more calories, only then you should be able to lose your weight. Otherwise, if you are taking more calories in and burning out less number of calories, then obviously you're going to increase your weight. This is very scientific. And as I mentioned in episode number 1, that it's all about calories. And there's a calorie calculator as well. It is mentioned in episode number 1. Basically, you need to see how many calories that you've got to eat, and then to balance your weight. If you reduce those calories, then obviously you're going to reduce your weight. And then finally, for last part of the day, and that is green tea. You can follow any recipe for green tea. I will be adding moringa, some sort of spices, or some sort of traditional things that we put in green tea. You can see in the description. You should not be putting sugar inside it. You can put stevia if you would like, but please make sure that we are not taking sugar with it. So now if you look at the total number of calorie count for today, they are roughly 1650 calories. Just to reinstate again, if for a person like me, when I was 92 kg, my calorie requirements were roughly 2500 calories a day. And if I'm eating 1650 calories, it means that there's a calorie deficit of roughly 800 to 900 calories. It means that on one day, I will be able to reduce approximately 100 grams of fat. So over the period of 7 to 8 days, it would be 700 to 800 grams of fat. So basically, I'll be reducing 1 kilogram of, or let's say 0.8 kgs of weight. So it's totally up to you. Again, as I said earlier, you should not be aiming to reduce your weight rapidly. You should stay consistent and persistent. And when you do slow and steady losing your weight, then it will basically you should be able to maintain over a longer period of time as well. If you need any support for your weight loss journey, if you need one-to-one personalized supports, please do email us at info@aagreliance.org. And please keep watching my videos. Please share it with your friends and families. Please do subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Amir Hassan signing off.